Hey, before we get to the video, I just wanted to encourage you, hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. Also, down below, you're gonna see a button that says thanks. If you go there, you can help support my channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Now, on to the video. The area that I'm metal detecting in today used to be a thick forest. Now, the same landowners, their family has owned this property since before the Civil War. So the documented history of the land, what happened on it, is just ironclad. So up until recently, this section, these thick woods, had always been left alone. As the property owners told me before, the only thing that happened there was the Civil War. It's never been farmed. It's just been thick woods. So trees are gone. All that earth moving equipment, cutting down the trees, it just wiped out the topography of the ground there, obviously, when they were cutting down and moving all the trees. So where I'm going is right on the edge where they stopped cutting the trees down, and along that edge and into the woods, you can still see the foxholes. There are a few trench lines that are still clearly visible. I'll tell you, kneeling down in a foxhole, and just knowing that a Civil War soldier, this is where he fought. This is where perhaps many died. After the battle, this was a camp, but they held the ground, they held these lines, and they were in these trenches, and they were in these foxholes. So I'm excited. Let's get out there and see what was left behind in these foxholes. This is interesting. This is a 3940. Not necessarily, not a common number for a bullet. But we'll find out. It's in my hand. Huh. Look at that. Look at that. What is that? It's a bullet, but let me see. It's small. I want to say, just based on looking at the back, it looks like a Williams cleaner because of the... Yeah, it's going to be a Williams cleaner, but the thing is just small. I'm not going to brush it. It'll just, it's too fragile in this super rich dark soil. You'll just rub the patina right on. But yeah, that's the Williams cleaner. The stud is missing. I want to look into it. There's three types of Williams cleaner. Type 3 is the most common. They made a type 4, but that was for a type of like a Gatling gun, machine gun type thing. But this is small. I've said before in other videos, when you're talking about the Williams cleaner, it had this plunger, this zinc plunger that was in the back. So when it was fired, it went into the bullet and was supposed to make it expand and grip the edge of the outer, you know, the inside portion of the barrel, make a tighter fit and be more accurate. So this right, well, now it's showing an iron target, but then it's a 48. See, this is deep. This is super deep, but it's not even really registering. It is right there. I might go a little faster, but yeah, it was just not even. There's nothing. I just heard a little tiny disturbance on the detector. So this area I'm in right here, there's a lot of these cratered indentions right on the edge of the woods, and these are foxholes from the Civil War. There's a trench line that's super close by, but I'm in the area where these are the original foxholes from the battle. So it's exciting digging where you know, when you're digging in a Civil War foxhole, that's just cool. It's cool for a bunch of different reasons, not just trying to find relics, but just just to be there, just just to think about what happened, and to crouch down in a foxhole that you know at least one soldier was hunkered down in. Man, this is crazy. This is deep. I hope that was just a root that I nicked and not a relic. Saw a flash of white, like it would be. I got it out, like it would be the oxidized lead. There we go. Huh, that's a big old bullet. Let me just make sure. Oh my gosh, there's more in there, guys. Yeah, Williams cleaner. And don't know if it's dropped or not, but that's what that is. I can see the zinc base in it. So I'm going to set this aside because actually I'm going to put it in my finds box here. And that is so cool that there's something else in there. Here we go. Oh my gosh, look at this, guys. I think there's another one right there. There's a bunch of dropped ones right here. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that. There's two right here in my hand. I think they're all going to be Williams cleaners. Yeah, look at that. There's that one. There's this one. Look at that. That's so cool. So dropped. Some soldiers just dropped these, and I'm right where, you know, you can see the trench line. I wouldn't call it a trench line. These are still the foxholes. But I can just look right here, and there's another one. Look at that. Now I want to get the other one out of my... Is there more? I want to get the other one out of my finds box. Let's take this one out. Check it out. So we got 4 dropped Williams cleaners right here in this hole. I'm going to hit pause on the camera, but I'm going to make sure before I walk away that this area is inspected really good. So I'm excited. That's pretty cool. Got a little Williams cleaner bullet dump here. So, all right, I'll get back. Finding these Williams cleaners in this foxhole is just amazing to me. There's bullet drops all over the place that I know people have found, but to me, this is really cool. Now, the Williams cleaner bullet, as I've talked about a lot in previous videos, it was not a favorite bullet of the troops. A lot of these bullets were discarded. They were hard to load, especially if the barrel of the rifle was all fouled up. They failed quite often, even when they were fired. The plunger in the back of them, if that thing disconnected in flight or just, you know, that bullet would tumble, it wasn't accurate. So they tossed them. But I know that in this battle, the Confederates were using the Williams cleaner a lot. So I think that they were using what they had at the time. There's just a huge variety of bullets going back and forth that were used during this battle, from the Pritchett in the Enfield rifle to the 3-ring mini balls to 2-ring Gardner bullets from the Confederates. There's just so many bullets that were fired. But to find this in this foxhole, it's really the size for one soldier. So it just takes you back there. Drop them all in one hole, and we're going to keep looking because there's going to be some other stuff in the same foxhole. But to find this bullet dump is just super cool for me. Okay, so I've got my sensitivity turned up really high. I've just cleared some brush. I'm standing in a foxhole right here. If you look at this, I don't know, you probably can't see it on camera. That usually doesn't show up. But this is a foxhole. They're kind of dotted all around here. Obviously, I would say from the from the virgin ground of the Civil War to where I'm standing now, like the depth, how much from years and years of pine needles and branches and everything composting, I would say you're looking on average about 8 to 10 inches on top of what the original wood or the forest floor would have been 160 years ago. That's just based on the relics I'm finding. So I'm trying to hit this really faintly. I'm getting this only after I cleared the brush out of the way. Very interesting digging in a foxhole like this. There's just no telling what I'm gonna find. See that? All the thick, just compost from a lot of years. And then of course you got other new growth. Grab my loppers. Look at that, there we go. It's a bullet, and that's fired. That's just crazy deep. Big old chunk of lead. I mean, those things just ring out on the detector, but being so deep underneath all these different roots. So this one was fired. This is going to be a three ring mini ball. And I can tell the way that it hit. This is interesting. This is why I take the time to look at the bullets as I dig them, because it matters where I'm finding them. It tells you a story about the battle and where people were and all of that. So this is a 3-ring mini ball. The way that it has impacted, it's really uniformly round on one side. So this hit, more than likely, this hit dirt. If it was a tree, I mean, yeah, if it was a tree, I think it would look a little bit different. But I'm comfortable in saying it's probably hit dirt. So it hit dirt, but we know that we've got our foxholes right here. So that could tell us that whoever was in these foxholes right here, we just found, stuff right here in this foxhole. So it looks like this is incoming fire from firing at the people that were in these foxholes right here. And it looks like it just hit probably the bank of the earth that they piled up around them. So pretty interesting. And it's important to know where we dug it, what's around it. Otherwise, if you just dug this bullet randomly or someone handed it to you, you wouldn't have any of the information that we know, because we took the time to kind of look at it in the field and take the time to look around us and try to figure out what happened here. So, all right, this seems to be a hot area, so I'm still gonna focus a lot here and just look for any tiny little bleeps, any kind of interference on my detector, and it looks like it's paying off so far today. All right, cut a bunch of roots, moved a lot of debris and dirt, and now all right, don't go away now. Yeah, I got something on my pinpointer right down there. But I'm moving, cutting through roots every inch that I go. This would be absolutely impossible without these. You can't dig through it. You can't use your shovel I don't care what type of shovel you got. You're just not gonna be able to get through this. So these pruning shears are invaluable to have with you. Okay, I got it out supposedly in my hand. I could feel it. What is it?
Yeah, it's lead. I was gonna say, if that's a bullet, that's a big bullet. Check it out, look at that. All right, I'm gonna be careful with this. This bullet, I can see enough right there. This is a Williams cleaner that just smacked a tree dead on. It looks like the zinc plunger is in the back, but it's still encased in wood from the tree. Just barely. Just barely, if I can get my stupid brush out. Yeah, that's the plunger. That's the bullet itself that's mushroomed, and then this is the tree that has grown over it. That's all wood. You know what I'm thinking? Because I wonder if there's a way that I can, I mean, the wood just wants to come off, like this piece right here. But I'm wondering if there's a way that I can keep what little wood is around this and put a bunch of lacquer on it and actually be able to display it like that with the smashed bullet, with the wood still encasing it like that. Oh shoot, see that? Another piece of the wood just flaked off. I'm gonna give it a shot though. I'm gonna put this in my finds box and try to protect it, and then maybe I can lacquer it and make it display really good with the wood still around it. So that's neat. I mean, I found bullets in wood and they're just so rare to find those, but on this permission I found several of them, and they've turned out really well, as you can see in my other videos where we dig them and I preserve them, and they're just beautiful display pieces. But yeah, let's see what we can do with this one.
Hey, most people that metal detect, and I'll even go so far as to say that those that are lucky enough to even metal detect on Civil War ground, that in and of itself is rare. But in metal detecting for Civil War relics, finding bullets still in wood it's very rare, because in most circumstances that wood is long gone. 160 years later, the wood is just gone. So I have found several pieces in this field. This is with the bullets lodged in the wood. I've got previous videos you can check out where I kind of have to slowly dig into the wood to reveal the bullet, and then I seal them with a nice lacquer. They just display so good, and they're so rare. So this is neat. This is not a big chunk of wood, but it's clearly a Williams cleaner, and it's still got the wood encasing it. So what I've done is I've cleaned it up, because the wood that was there was very kind of brittle and flaky. So I cleaned it up as best I could, and I am dipping it again and again into some clear lacquer. So that's going to harden up, it's going to seal that, and it's just going to be awesome to display. So once again, this property is just giving up amazing relics, ones that you do not find in other locations. I'm blessed to be detecting here, and certainly blessed to find relics like this. So just awesome find, and let's see what else is out there.